of 9/11 was a precursor to many wars. So I think it's important to go out here and let the anti-war movement know that there's more to 9/11. Hopefully we'll have some impact, plant a few seeds, and get people to question the events.
War is all a lie, that people should need to know about Building 7. I think that sign sums it up best. 9/11, what people don't know is killing other people, and I think it's time for that stuff to end. I think we're ready.
Actually, it wasn't until later that I saw Building 7 on a documentary, and I was like, what is that? And it got me really interested, and I started researching in it, and that's what changed my mind.
Just gotta wake people up, make them aware of a controlled demolition, make sure that they understand that there's architects and engineers that are investigating it. They're holding their careers, you know, in jeopardy by coming out and explaining what's really going on. We got Firemen for Truth 9/11. We have communities all across the country. We're not by ourselves. It's a global community of we are change.
Well, the people who were behind it, they're going to kill over 3,000 innocent people. Who knows how many more they'll kill, you know, in other ways to further their agenda. You know, bankers, lawyers. It's a total global enslavement.
Out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East, no justice, no peace. U.S. out of the Middle East.
One of the main ones is you could just look at the pretext of what they use 9/11 for, and if we're supposed to fight the terrorists, why are we taking away our rights? And plus the fact that all the lovely anomalies of 3 buildings for the first time ever falling down because of fires.
I mean, there's more evidence showing that it's an inside job, it's a fraud, it's for world conquest, to control markets and enslave the masses. I mean, you don't even need to look at 9/11. Just go ahead and look at what's in your water. Sodium fluoride, byproduct of aluminum manufacturing, approved by the FDA and the CDC to be in our water. Look at the food. Look at every other facet.
What do we want? Troops out! When do we want it? Now! And what do we want? Troops out! When do we want it? Now!
Everyone up in the front here is a veteran that has served since 9/11.
So join us, get off the sidewalk and get in the street. What do we want?
What's that?
Troops out! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Troops out! When do we want it? Now! And what do we want? Troops out! When do we want it? Now! And what do we want? Troops out! When do we want it? Now! Sisters and brothers, this movement is being led by working people, students, women, veterans. We have veterans here in the front. Let me hear you! Together we will fight to end this war. And what do we want? Troops out! When do we want it?
Building 7 was pulled. You know, that's like a term to demolish a building. And no plane ever hit Building 7. So it leaves room to question if they're covering up even parts of this alleged conspiracy theory. What else are they hiding?
It's a good time, tiring, but yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's better than sitting at home and watching TV. It's a lot more fulfilling than that. Yeah. Yeah, I think people are waking up. We used to have to put the DVDs in their hands. Now they stand in line to get them from us. So, you know, next month will be a great month because it's a weekend. And weekends are always good for 11. The truth gets spread quite a bit. Hopefully we'll be in Santa Monica.
Just as we could tell from the beginning what was going to happen, it was an extreme success. Dustin and his crew on the first banner did a fantastic job at staying at the front, and we had all the banner crews did a fantastic job. We had them nicely spread out, and then we had an infiltration of single individuals with 9/11 truth signs throughout the entire march. It was an absolute fantastic success. I'm extremely happy, and we did what we came here to do. We made 9/11 truth the biggest message here, and for good reason. It's the most important message because 9/11 truth ends the war. So we're just ecstatic. I'm tired, of course. I'm very tired, but I'm ecstatic. It's a fantastic, absolute success.
So it's good that 9/11 truthers are marching, because they're right in that all these wars are based on the lie, the fallacy that it was these people in caves. Yeah. All right. So here's a Canada one for you. It'll be quick. Pfizer found guilty of fraud for promoting an epilepsy drug as treatment for pain, migraines, and bipolar disorder. Execs will go unpunished, while a $142 million fine will be paid by the shareholders, which means they're going to, what, charge you a little bit more. They should change the laws so they actually go after the people that do this stuff. Like they did in France. You know, they put people from Bayer in jail in France because they knowingly shipped, what's it, Factor 8, the blood product, okay, with AIDS in it. Knowingly. Yeah, they're serving time. So think about that when you're poisoning Americans. Eventually, you will serve time. Here we go. Show them the picture. This is the United Nations now admits that its claims regarding meat consumption and global warming were exaggerated as a result of manipulated statistics. Well, that's interesting because also, let's show them these other pictures. They told us the sea levels were going to rise. Remember Al Gore won the Nobel Peace Prize? Won the Nobel Prize, excuse me, right, for the global warming, his movie Inconvenient Truth. Well, the islands were going to sink, the sea levels were going to rise. Well, that all turns out to be a fraud, just like ClimateGate. Yet the Sharon school system still pushed global warming. Boy, you know. And then you found out that the Himalayas were supposed to melt by 2035, and that turned out to be a fraud. And still the Sharon school systems still push global warming. Al Gore, carbon and all this stuff, right? Carbon dioxides. Now, they couldn't get all their stuff passed in Copenhagen, and then in Copenhagen, so Barry Soetoro, that's his real name, Barry Soetoro. Barry Soetoro says, I'm going to have the EPA, that's our President Hussein, Barry Soetoro, I'll have the EPA classify carbon dioxide as a pollutant. Now, I don't know if any of you are gardeners out there, and I've met some gardeners in Sharon who grow really big pumpkins. Do you remember 4th grade chemistry science class? What do plants need to grow, yet they're telling you it's a pollutant? We'll get into this a little later. You'll enjoy it. But, yeah, there's the UN telling you sea levels were going to rise, and they lied. It gets better because now you have an independent investigator of the ClimateGate scandal, because it is a scandal, because not only did they say the temperatures were rising when they were falling, okay, failed to disclose that he is the director of an environmental network that supports the myth of global warming. No surprises that the East Anglia University, okay, selected its own investigators. That's just like, you know, in the 9/11 Commission, appointed by the executive branch, huh? Yeah, isn't that like having Hermann Göring investigate the Nazi Party? I mean, how can we put up with it? And yet the Sharon school systems continues to teach global warming, carbon footprint. Oh my gosh. Climate change. See, they're changing it, by the way, because global warming turned out to be a lie and a hoax. So now they're going to call it climate change. Because most of you Ritalin, Prozac, you know, Celebrex, Abilify, pill takers, you're easily led. Oh, by the way, watch some more television, would you? So it just gets me because, once again, now the UN admits that they were lying to you. There's ClimateGate, there's GlacialGate, there's that whole sea level thing. There's the fact that they manipulated the data and lied and then sent emails saying, hey, get rid of that guy out of the science department because he doesn't go along with this global warming agenda. Al Gore's making billions. Now Al Gore, Bernie Madoff, Goldman Sachs, and Ken Lay started a climate credit exchange in Chicago. Yeah, it's about global warming, just like the health care bill's about health care.